Hello, hello there, folks. Happy Sunday morning to everyone. Happy gray, overcast, still somewhat snow-covered morning. 15% snow. How is everyone today? We got Poltrix Volta here from before the chat began with It Begins, It Senses. And Oak Tree is here. You finished your chores in the MP server. You get to sit back and watch temple construction now? Alright. We have Ty Luna and Nimue Delac and Holly Jolly Bot. Are you the same as Underpaid Bot? I think I recognize the icon. And you have the bot at the end of your name. We got Dershep and Wade Parker and Mindy, Joshua Saruda, and Keth. You are Underpaid Bot. Okay, cool. So, how is everyone doing this weekend? I've had a good but busy weekend so far. Corazette has been... she has several back-to-back concerts. And so our cars, because she is on percussion loading duty, our cars are very full of drums and timpanis and cymbals and things right now. And we were like, hey, let's go see your sister for like dinner or something. And we're like, shoot, we have to unload the whole car first. I was like, maybe we'll do like next weekend. Nimue Delac has a holiday party to attend tonight, and Joshua Saruda is excited but tired. Alright. Yeah, I get the tired thing. Having two kids, I occasionally forget, like, I think, oh good, I can sleep in till 8:30 before I start my stream. No, that's not how that works. It's not at all how that works. I get to sleep until Kurazumi wakes up, whatever that may be. 6 a.m.? 6:45? 7:30? Well, to be fair, today it was about 8:15 before she started making noise. But that just meant that I was awake waiting for her to make noise, you know? Like, oh, shoot, it's already a little light out. I wonder if Kurazumi's awake. All you parents will know. You'll know the pain. Hey there, Cheese Whiz. You got your first car yesterday and you had to drive 130 miles back from collecting it. That's funny. That's how I got my first car too. My first car that I specifically bought. I had a vehicle gifted to me by my parents when I was in college. It was like their beater car, and had that for a couple years. And I bought my Celica from like 2 states away. It was the right price. It really was the right price. Well, congratulations, Cheese Whiz. It was your first solo drive. Wow. Is that was it also a manual car, or is this an automatic? It's like waking up 5 minutes before your alarm goes off before school. Yeah, exactly. The parent thing. Are the kids awake? The answer is Schrodinger. And it was a manual. Wow. So you and I had a very similar first time driving experience. That is too funny. Yeah, I was like, this should be fun. And I'd driven my friend's manual car a couple times. It was a very different car to drive. It was an Acura RSX. Hey there, Ryuga. You did make it. In fact, you made it just before I bring you all into the game. Well, hello everyone. My name is Kurazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, where we had a pretty productive chore stream on Wednesday. We now have a lot more sandstone. And no, we're going to lose the music. All right, dash down the stairs. Go. Oh, I killed the music. It'll come back. Yeah, we got the Solson music. It's a Ford Fiesta. Hey, manual's a manual. Manuals are interesting to drive. And it's rare to find someone who wants one these days, you know? Yeah, so we have a lot more sandstone now to work with. We were getting really low on supplies while we were, or materials while we were working on some of these newer sections in here. And I think today we won't have many distractions because we don't have to worry about pumpkins anymore. We can just let the ones that are there just finish growing and die out. That means we can pretty much focus our whole attention on designing the interior in here. And I think for the most part, I'm going to design it with ashlar and probably some dirt. Mostly just so we can have some contrast, like maybe we'll do walkways in dirt or something else. Something just to give us a visual contrast. And that's going to be the plan today. We're going to be building pretty much as these next 3 hours will allow. Well, 2 hours and 58 minutes. But first, and say hello to Nightbot. Hi, Nightbot. Oh, and Hopeful Dreamer, and Pinnix, and Ryan Richardson, and Ash Sprout. It is past Keth's bedtime. Uh-oh. But hello, everyone. To you people coming in. And I think we're going to start by, we do need to chisel out some more stones in order to make, or some more bricks, ashlar, to make, well, ashlar. Let's go get that started and get ourselves a nice pile of building materials. We might need to raid, actually no, I think we have a bunch of dirt in one of these over here. Yeah, here we go. We got two colors of dirt. Sweet. And we even have some gravel. That might come in handy for, again, more like just contrast when building. I might even... Oh, yeah, let's go snag some limestone sand from the other base. Hey there, Hazard 151. Have you come around to liking Melita Taco's lanterns yet? I'm also going to grab a couple more pies. These 12 pies are not going to last us very long. 2 days. Ooh, you know what? Let's leave these pies here because if I pull these out and cut them, they're going to only last for a couple days anyway. So we'll just come and refill when we're done here. All right, so garble, snad. Here we go, snad. Let's grab 8 stacks. And that should do. Alright, so we have some snad. Some white snad. There we are. And, ooh, you know, it's probably smart to... It would be smart to have another trunk somewhere. Any that are empty that I could cannibalize. No. The answer is absolutely not. Ooh, we can use this though. This isn't the best, but it'll do. Let's go chuck this guy in here. And we're going to put it somewhere that's like not on the ground. Although this guy's a single chest, so we can pick it up if we need to. I'm going to put it like here. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can hop up the ladder here on the correct side of the ladder. There we go. And let's grab... We already have some ashlar in here. We can even temporarily use these for some visual difference too if we need to. I don't feel the need to do that right now. But I think I want some of this. And a hammer. And I'm going to put the rest of the sand down in this chest here. Which I forgot to do. Put the chest down, forget to use it, classic Kurazar. You guys go in there too. Alright, let's go chisel out a few handfuls of ashlar, and we will turn them into some blocks. I might even make some more slabs. So I have... Nope, that's a quick lime. Ah, here we go. Alright. Oh, darn it, I got the wrong one. I want the wedge chisel, don't I? That's right. Okay, well, we'll turn those... Well, we'll leave those 6, I guess. It's fine. Darn it. I swear I know what I'm doing. Hey there, John Himmel. Love the stream. Favorite Vintage Story player. All the best. Hey, thank you. Glad to have you here. You even gave me a thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, if you all haven't hit that like button, I'd appreciate it if you did that right now. Right stat now. Get the stream out to more people. Speaking of more people, we had a like gangbusters chores stream Wednesday with like 124 people at the very peak, literally like a minute before the end. Like people just started flowing in way after like the halfway point of the stream. I was well and truly flabbergasted. So thank y'all for being there on Wednesday. Alright, some of this, and let's go ahead and get our slabs going. There we go. Take a few more of these. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep going on this. You go work on Wednesday, Keth? That is A-okay. I will permit you this one time to use that as an excuse. Only this once. If they left negative comments, would you have been nonplussed? I guess so. I don't know. Engagement is engagement, right? That's what they say. I feel like maybe I'm lucky in that I really haven't had to experience much in the way of like negative comments. Like I've had like really rarely, occasionally someone just decides to be a jerk some days, but like it's really rare. All right, there we go, and we have a few bonus. Sweet. In fact, let's maybe... Nah. Well, am I floating? I feel like I'm floating. Alright. Oh, that's right. You know what else we could do while we're here? At some point, maybe today, I wouldn't mind taking that down. It's a bit of an eyesore, we're not really using it anymore, and it would be nice to just kind of, I don't know, get rid of it. Maybe not. We're going to focus on what's going on downstairs in here today, so let's go deliver some more materials. Actually, I'm going to leave the... I get stuck apparently. I'll leave the extra blocks that I don't want here, and... I'll leave the mortar here too. Why not? Nope, get up. There we go. Leave some of you guys in here. Leave all of you guys in here. And let's go get the dirt we're gonna need. I'll run and eat some pie while we do it. The VS community seems pretty chill. Yeah, it do. It is very chill in general. Let's see, the dirt. Dirt, here we go. Oh, and some more snad. A few of you. We'll start with just the regular, like the low fertility dirt. soil, I guess. And no, that's fine. Except for that. Look at that. Look at this joker. What is he doing? He's digging. Jerks. Jerks, both of them, I tell ya. We'll go light that up a little better. Eventually. Let's see. I'm going to grab a few stacks of this, one stack of you. Honestly, that should do. Let's go stab these guys. Actually, I want to grab the lanterns, which I think are up here again. And we'll do a little bit of lighting fix over here. I think they're in here, aren't they? Nope. Oh. Well. I'm doomed. Where'd I put my lights at? Let's see, did I put you in here? Yes, it did. Okay. Why? Who knows? Oh, that was the materials we were using for the dock stuff. That's why I had them there. All right, let's go whack these drifters. Or we won't. I'm going to hit F7 to see. I think we're getting them spawning up there, actually. Judging by how many blocks are yellow. I think that's the problem. So, let's take a real quick detour up there. Just plop a few lanterns down. Maybe over that side too, right there. Someday I'll like get a staircase that's not this ladder from the bottom to the top. Alright. So, lanterns, schmanterns. Let's drop, say, like one here. And one there-ish. There we go. And there. That's pretty good. A little square of spawnability is... I can live with that. Under here, not so much. Let's fix that. So no more skydiving off the tower. Yeah, sadly. Although, to be fair, that does mean that once we get the actual tower finished... Why is it so much worse over here? Once we get to even like the next level or two of the tower done, we will then be able to resume our skydiving. Oop. Alright. You know what? Just get these lights in place. I've had enough of these things dropping on my head while I'm trying to build. And honestly, doesn't need it there, really. And about here. And then one like there. Are we done yet? Yes, yes we are. We still have spares. Okay. So with that all being said and done, or done, yeah, said and done. Sedentary. Just like that, 20 lanterns gone? Yeah, pretty much. That's how the lighting goes in this game. Alright, so I want to get some floor ideas in here. We may also spend some of today chipping back at this a little bit. We'll see. That might not happen today. But let's start with... We'll use the limestone sand for, like, the general walkways in here. That's unpleasant, turning off that overlay. So I'm going to start with this, and then since we don't have a ton of sand, I'm just going to, like, do maybe, like, the central bits, or maybe like, an outline of the walkway. So we're going to have some kind of walkway that comes in through here and goes up to this central dais. And this is of course where the level of the floor will be, right here. So this sand will stay, and this dais is right now only 1 block up. I think what we're going to want to do is make it at least 1 block higher, and probably, yeah, so you have like a step up, and then on 1 more step to get to the dais. That way, like, you know, when you're approaching it, you start having to look up a little bit to help draw your eyes upward. I'm also realizing that maybe up there, so this sort of skylight floor, I might want to make that a little bigger. And I know we had talked about putting some kind of interesting fountain or carving or something in the center of that floor there. But now that I'm remembering, you know, hey, I wanted to have sunlight coming from the top of the tower all the way down, that's not going to be possible. So what we might do is maybe along like those walls up there, where we have these really tall, weird, janky blank walls, that might be where we do some kind of interesting carvings, or honestly, maybe more plants. It might be nice to bring some greenery inside. And also the greenery is a good way to add more interest without having to spend a lot of time doing chiseling. And that boat keeps freaking me out. I keep seeing it move. And, yeah. I do actually have a ton of sand. I do, but I don't have a ton of white sand. I have a ton of yellow sand. But I don't want to use that for a whole lot in here, because it's going to be hard to distinguish it from, like, other things we're trying to build here, or trying to lay out here. So we have a walkway up to here. I will grab some yellow sand to use as underlayment. Things that we're not going to see. Because I want to pump up the floor of that a little bit, and I don't want to waste all of the white sand or other materials we have. So you're right. Let's go get a little bit of yellow sand, which is different than yellow snow. Okay, don't use the yellow snow for building. Do a stained glass center. You all love making me do painful things, like chiseling glass. Yeah, that actually might be a great place for something stained glassy, which means we might want to take a break at some point and to go visit the luxuries traders that we know about. They are the cyan ones, okay. Some of the cyan ones. Because we'll want to start collecting some glass. It's not the easiest to get enough of to work with, so we'll make sure we get on that at some point. Or a glacier ice pattern. Maybe glacier ice and stained glass. Although I don't... Do we know where there's glacier ice? I don't know we have glaciers. A little bit... well, there's snow there. Doesn't really count. I don't... yeah, I don't think we've had any glaciers show up anywhere in our journeys. We need to go pretty far north, so I'm going to say probably not to glacier ice. Or lake ice. There isn't any glacier in the budget. Okay. There's, yeah, I don't think there's any glacier ice anywhere we've been. There's a mode to make chiseling glass easier now. Oh, really? Interesting. For better visibility? Pretty cool. Alright, so let's do a little bit of this. Now you're supported, no longer floating. We are going to want to rest in about 2 minutes, just to get through the night. And we'll bring this out 1 more. So 6. How far can we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That actually works pretty well. We could even do something interesting like maybe we don't make this a circle. Maybe we make this sort of like a like an egg-shaped thing or something, where, like, for the most part it's a circle, like a circle pattern here, but then it extends this way, and since it's a couple blocks up, we can have this kind of overhang the harbor just a little bit, just like a little a little walkie way thingy. Why do I have this here? Anybody? No? All right. Good. Yeah, so we could have a little like a walkway. Seriously, you're back? My goodness. Can't pay my bodyguards well enough around here, apparently. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll start with that. I think 6 is pretty decent. That's let's see, that's 7, so 14 blocks diameter. Let's go for 8, or 16 diameter, 8 radius. That's just line up here pretty well, I guess. And it also will make me feel less silly. Really? You just went up there to get a sniper spot. All right. Watching them climb is just so funny since they have no climb animation. Just walking casually up a ladder. Oh my goodness. Hey there, Moonrose Mother. For reasons you haven't been here in a while. Well, welcome back. Hey there, Smiley Riley. And Inger Raymond. As a chicken keeper in real life, you vote for egg shape. All right, we'll go for the searing egg. If you get the reference, you know. All right, let's see. So, there we go. All right, so we'll get that in place. And then let's see. So we'll do something like this. Let's see if that's the right size. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh, perfect. Look at that. The best circle drawer, circler, the best egghead in the world. That's right. All right, let's dig this down a little bit just to clear some space. And get this out of the way too. I will take up the gravel just so we don't have multiple different materials we're trying to work with visually here. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay. Did go 1 too far over here. That's okay. All right, so let's fill this in here. In theory, this sand might stay here forever. Like this, like I said, it'll be underlayment. We will never see it. Well, later we'll never see it. Let's go ahead and pick up this gravel, and we're going to go sleep real quick, just to get through the nighttime hours of being bothered by sniping drifters, and to hopefully restart the music. Uh-oh. We've been dad joked. Don't trust atoms. They make up everything. Dun dun dun. Big if true. Dedication. Yeah, this has been a long-term labor of love right here. Yeah, you know what? I really am thinking we want to bring some nature inside. I am thinking what we do is the outside we have kind of the drier colored things for the most part. We have some greenery here under the shade. I'm thinking inside we bring out like some potted trees and things. Anything that's a lot more green in general can go inside here, and we'll do some like really lush like lotus ponds insofar as we have lotuses. We got lily pads. That's close enough. That could be really nice. Have like just, you know, some really naturey interior here. Yeah, I'm feeling that. All right. I will forget by the time it comes time to actually build that, so I will charge, if I can get down this dang ladder, I will charge all of you with reminding me of my decision in 6 months. Boop. There you go. Alright, so we do 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I did this twice. I counted 8 total. I think because I was thinking 8 in my head, but it's 8 including these blocks here. So that's my B. Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Dig some of this away here. I like how we're still playing the midnight music at like 8 in the morning. Hey there, Hopeful Dreamer. You can confirm you're studying how atoms behave now. Are you that YouTube nuclear engineer who reacts to videos? There we go. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. There we go. So here is our cycle. We are going to lift this lantern out of there momentarily. Boop. Organic chemistry. Okay, cool. All right, lantern, you go. We are full. There we go. Lantern. Santern. Lantern. There we go. Check out those God rays. I don't know if they're too subtle for YouTube, but like, they are actually pretty cool looking. All right, so we have our little dais here. Right, and this is the floor level, which means that our sand here is going to want to come up a little bit, because we're going to need to have some kind of stairs, and we'll start with, there'll definitely be, you know, slab style stairs. So let's assume we should do this. Assume that we have a floor level of that. Like I said, I want to do more than one step up. Otherwise, it's just like a little, you know, it's too little for me. So that means we're going to have a stair. That's nope. Try again, Cursor. There we go. We're going to have a stair here. We're going to have a stair here. And we're going to have a stair here. And then we're going to have a good long stair. Anyway. Let's see. All right, so you get the dirt digger back out. Get down, there we go. All right, so that sort of reduces the amount of required pathway here, which is probably good because we're going to need to think about, I mentioned last time we want to have like nice big chunky support columns in a few places here to hold up, you know, hold up this floating mass of stone that would definitely, this would definitely stay upright, you know, in the real world as it is. So we want to think about you know, where we're going to put like pillars and things, and definitely like I think on the, you know, these four corners like here and there and like here and there are perfect, which means that having this maybe be a little bit like bordered by them might be perfect. All right, so we get up here. Here's the dais. Yeah, that's I think the right size. That we can have a little border of something plain, And then we can have some kind of motif that we carve into the floor here. Some kind of sun, book, water, wind motif. Yeah. Yes. I approve. All right, let's get our little fake stair design going over here, just so we have it copied. So, bloop. And something a bit like this. All right. Basalt columns is the nice support of the day. I'm not really feeling basalt in here. Also, I don't think we know where any basalt is. We got shale and we got slate. We haven't found any basalt yet that I know of. At least not on the surface. And we haven't dug deep enough to find much basalt. Yeah, it's all slate. A little bit of shale here and there. That's kind of unusual. Yeah, it's like usually once you've explored as much as we have, you've found at least one instance of every material at the surface, but not basalt. That's too funny. All right, enough of that. No more satisfying that curiosity. We're all done. All right, so let's get this, and then we'll just drag this out this way. There. The basalt is probably under the glacier ice. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we have a little bit of walkway here. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to build this out here a little bit. Okay, so that's what? 6 blocks across. Okay. And then we can do this. And I do fully envision us replacing... Oops. Replacing basically all of this with something fancier, but I really like... For an interior this large, I really do like roughing it in with, like, simple stuff first. I think we're going to have a much better time than if we try to like build it and chisel it all in one fell swoop. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster when things don't line up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll sort of move all of this stuff upward a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to swap this out just to move you up there. Oh, we have more. Sweet. You know what? I think I am going to actually sort of redo that here. Just so this is a nice, like, it helps me see where things are actually centered. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Boop. There we go. Pop you back down. Hey there, Phil Boswell. What are we doing? You brought more scones? We are building a central dais and just generally designing the interior layout of the temple. The eventual finished temple. Which will happen sometime. Just gonna get this in on this side. Oh, also just bust this up here. Perfect. There we go. All right. Is that right? No, that is. And then, boy, messed that one up. Ah! Oh well, we will fill this in so I don't like fall into this ring and get stuck all the time. Because I will if I don't. I will absolutely get stuck. And we're also going to need to fill this in with sand, otherwise we'll end up with a dark space that will happily spawn probably shivers and crawling drifters. So we'll need to make sure we do that before we get any farther with this. That's done. Let's dig you up. Oop. Alright, so get that. No, close enough. I have to fill this in? Why, yes I do. Alright, so get to finally use some more of the sand here. Sand, the two-syllable word. I'm gonna need some more sand in just a moment. Oops. Oh. Take you up. Save and scrimp on every block we possibly can. Probably not the best use of my time, but whatever. What I do. Okay, let's get some more sand. Actually, let's get some more sand. Let's save time. And we'll get our sand by starting to knock this thing down. Or continuing to knock it down, as it were. Let's just start at the top, yeah, why not? Ah, good old daylight. Love this little song. Hey there, Momood14. Welcome. Also, hello, Calzner. I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Imagine if the sand stacked like charcoal. I mean, in a way it does. If you build a big old tower of sand, I think it just starts falling down, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't fall like I thought it did. What if I do this? Like, will it... Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought it was even less stable sideways. I guess only if you have the... Oh no, because instability is on for sand. Weird. All right. How are we doing on sand? Let's get a little bit more here. The mysteries of sand. Some days it falls, some days it doesn't. Boop. Yes, I'll keep replacing that lantern until we get it down to the bottom. To the floor level. Eventually. I had someone suggest in a comment that maybe we could extend the harbor to cover both of those lobes of the temple. And it was a neat idea, but I think I do want more floor space there rather than more harbor space, so... We're to cover at least one of these lobes and have that sort of be the loading unloading area. I want a little more symmetry than that. Like, I know this already is not symmetrical, but like, I don't know, it still feels centered. You know, it's symmetrical down this line right here, basically. So going the route of having the harbor extend onto one side would really make that feel lopsided to me. All right, we got enough sand for now to fill this in, and then some, so let's go ahead and do that. Hey there, Matthew Brown. How many years old is this world? You mean in-game or out-of-game? In-game, we are in year 5, which I believe means it's the 6th year because you start in year 0. We're at the beginning of year 5. Out-of-game, I started this world in, what was it, like June of last year, April, May, March of last year, I think. So we're a little under 2 years old at this point. Not quite Mog Swamp level, put it that way. Okay. And then let's go ahead and fill in this floor here just to have it done. And again, this will be getting replaced with something fancier. I do want to spend some time at some point. Not today, but maybe in like 2 or 3 weekends. Once we get this whole place just generally laid out with some sort of rough-in stuff, I think I want to spend some time coming up with the temple's like symbol. And I already have an idea for what I want to do, but it's in my head, and I want to get it out of my head into chisel format and see if we like it collectively. You know, see if I like it, and then see if you like it. I have a feeling that, you know, as long as I'm satisfied with it, you'll probably like it too. Just because that's how historically things have gone that way. So, yeah. We'll see. I have more? I do have more. Sweet. The first stream was April 6, 2024. Ah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, we're approaching what, a year and a half basically, or a little over a year and a half at this point, I think. Not too shabby. All right, let's get these in here. Oh, always forget. Gotta aim at the right part of the block. So bottom, bottom, bottom. Oop, nope. Wait. Oh, hang on. I think I goofed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did goof. Right, because I missed this one on the first pass. Okay. Top, top, top. Bottom, bottom, bottom. There we go. Just to help us navigate here, I'm going to put this there. And a little bit across here, too. Go. All right, so we have a little dais here. Hey, thank you so much. I can't see your name there. Thanks, YouTube. Can you post another comment with your just saying a waving or something, so I can see who's contributed? Oh, it's Matthew Brown. I think I recognize. Yeah, Matthew Brown. Thanks for the support, Matthew Brown. I've watched your stream and VODs more than Netflix. Yeah, the YouTube plugin in OBS often obscures names on Super Thanks. So I was like, people send stuff, I'm like, hi, thanks! I don't see your name. Alright, thank you. So let's see. So we did want to make this an egg-shaped thing. Ish. So let's think about that. How to do that. I guess we could just sort of bring it off of here. I want to make sure we don't like... Okay, so it's not going to like end up being over top of the staircase. At least not where, you know, people's heads are going to bonk it. So, yeah, that should be fine. Let's just bring it out like, I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks. And we'll use dirt for this since it is a different color. We can sort of tell it apart. So 1, 2, 3. Like this. And then we'll do like 1, 2. Can't do 2 there, but it's fine. Oops. 1, 2. And then we can sort of start bringing it back in a little bit here. I think maybe have it like end there. Comes back in like that. Yeah, there we go. So like that, and then that'll be a block right there. So that way we have our little dais. And then we just a little bit of a lip here where, like, you know, the abbot or the prior, as was suggested last time, can stand here and not be like in the middle of this holiest of areas, but off to the side respectfully, and can oversee the harbor and can, you know, wave to people coming in or command the gates to open and close. So, yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Hey there, Lauren Bean. I'm way back in the series trying to catch, but I try and get on the lives and leave a like whenever you see you streaming. Everything's looking amazing. Hey, thank you. Glad to have you here. All right, and then we'll have, of course, we'll have some kind of fencing here. Again, you know, this is exactly diagonal, and we have a 1-to-1 diagonal and a straight piece here. So that might actually call for being able to grab that railing right there and actually do some real quick and easy chisel work with that. Quick and easy, he says. All right, so, I'm liking where this is going. Then it comes time for what do we do about 2 things. I'm here holding my physical fingers up. I don't have fingers. See, look at this. No fingers to speak of. We need to figure out where the columns are going to go, and the reason we need to get that in, and at least thinking about it, is because that's also going to determine where the stairs go. Because we have a staircase and potentially 2 staircases to come down from up here. And yeah, so the plan is the Phil Boswell Memorial Stairway will continue down this way, starting here, and will proceed downward into this area. This will sort of pop out right about there. That puts it right about here on a column, which is okay, I guess, if we were to put a column like in here. But I also want to have a staircase on this side of the whole tower up top, rather than just one staircase. And that means it's going to have to come back as well, or come down like over here, basically. But I don't want to do a similar, like, big, wide staircase. For reasons. For a lot of reasons. So I don't know yet if we want to do maybe a tight spiral around a column, or what yet. Let's take a rest, and maybe we start playing with columns at this point. Rest. Rest faster, dude. Instead of stairs, use a fireman's pole. So how do we want to go about this? It's a very good question to me. I call him how I see him, huh? But alright, so the probably ideal place to think about starting the columns is going to be right off of here. And right off of here. See how that feels. And right off of here. Okay. So that would mean that our columns are basically gonna max out at 4x4. Which isn't the most comfortable size, but it's not the worst. Something else to consider. Yeah, something to consider is these columns are they're gonna be pretty chunky. Like I want them to be big enough to seem like they could support the structure here. The only problem is how chunky can we get them before we feel like they're turning this into some like dungeon place or something. Oh, we've been dad joked again. What do prisoners use to call each other? Cell phones. Hey there, Hein Grunewald. Welcome to the stream today. So one option is we do a column that is roughly this big. Like a 4x4 here. I would probably want to chop off these corners then. Just because this, this whole temple's shape is generally speaking pretty organic. And so it might be weird to have like really square columns here. I think it would be very weird to have square columns here. So we want to chop off like this piece that I just did here. And of course this piece and this piece. That would actually be pretty decent. The other option is we also could just bring it in by one block. This. And then continue the, let's see, so 1, 2, and 1, 2, that, and 2. Oops, need more. Oh, we're out. Let's grab some more from our chest that is swiftly getting buried over here. Alright, oop. And a bite of pie. You know, I had pumpkin pie for dessert last night. Just not for a meal. Alright, so that, and that, and that, and that. So it could be here, basically. And that would mean that it's a little closer here. I don't think that's too bad. I was worried it might look a little like dungeony. But as long as we keep this pretty open and probably do some kind of curved archway toward the top, that should really help it feel open. Maybe even do like the sort of vaulted archway, so it's like, a gentle curve, kind of like the entryways up top. Why not make the columns match the temple? Make flowery columns that make sense. Oh, you mean like where they have sort of like a pointy corner like this? The reason I don't want to do that is because I do want to be able to fit the stairs either around or even through the column. So I want to make sure that whatever we design here is simple enough that we don't have to get too crazy with the stairs. Because we've already done that. We've already gotten plenty crazy with stairs. All right, so I think, yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to call it here. We're going to do this design, because this I feel encroaches a little too much on the harbor area a little bit. So this keeps it back just a little bit, just enough to make it less obtrusive. Yeah. So we'll just do a bit of this. Boop. And then that brings, let's see, this and that. And this corner can come off. Yeah. Let's see how this looks here. Nope, that's not quite it. I done goofed. Actually, That's correct. Oh, no, it was correct. I just didn't go far enough. There we go. Pumpkin pie can be a round meal on its own because it's already round. Ah, 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 ah. Dad joked again. What do bees do after they are married? They go on a honeymoon. Okay, that's like such an obvious like answer. That's barely a dad joke. It's an anti-joke. Which, I mean, dad jokes are often anti-jokes, but that's a little, I don't know. Getting a little greedy now, I think. That's going to be this, and then this. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's plenty open. If it came in like one more block, I'd be real concerned, but I think this is plenty open. It's not going to feel like a tomb in here. It's not a tomb. Tomb, not a tomb. Okay. So, let's do a hypothetical. Hypothetically speaking, let's take this to the top. Let's also maybe get more of these. Gonna need them. And we're gonna dump something in here. Maybe the white sand. Oh, I know what we can do. Even better, so we can just do the exterior, don't need to do the interior. As we go higher, the echo stops. Like, nope, you're not in a cave anymore because you're high off the ground. Okay, game. You do you, game. You do you. Have to get over here a little bit. And then... Oh, we're out. Let's get this guy and then that. Okay. First column, basic structure, done. Okay. So, because of that placement, that means that whatever we do here is going to come down directly on the side of the column. Which means that we are looking at having a stairwell that is exterior to this and kind of like wraps around it. So what we could do is it's going to come down pretty much right next to it, like right here. It's basically where it's going to like pop out. Maybe like one block back here. And that means we can easily connect it to the column with like some kind of buttressing. That isn't a problem. The question then becomes, where do we go from there? One thought is we could do a couple things. One is we could have it kind of wrap around the tower and then come across this way and down. We could also have it come across to like this tower and then come down in a more of a tight spiral. And I'm leaning toward something like that. I have to think about that. So since we're doing we're doing two staircases, and they're radially symmetrical, not was it bilaterally symmetrical? Bilaterally symmetrical. That means that one of them is going to be coming this way, and one's going to go that way. I'd rather not have separate stairs, like one comes down here and one comes down there. I was hoping to finagle a way to make them both either come down on one side, like so here and here, or there and there, or maybe we bring it down and then split it so that we have equal stairways coming down basically everywhere, which is maybe overkill, but I think it would look better than having one there and one there. unless we really work it into the architecture, maybe even like have it turn into here and come down through here, like through the archway, and then come down into this where it pops out of this tower here, this column. That could work, and then we can do that over here, and that way it's sort of less. It's more hidden and built into the architecture. To try this out, I think we just kind of gotta try it. So what I'm gonna do here. So we're gonna finish that first of all. Let's go ahead and let's build up all 4 of these, because I do like this design here. And bearing in mind that these are not going to be the only floor-to-ceiling columns we're going to have here. I think we're going to need like one more here, and then maybe something probably like over yonder, like right around there, to support this central area. Same for here. So these will not be the only columns we have here, just so you're aware. Also, I forgot to stay up there. Oops. Oh, my poor knees. Actually, I'm gonna need ladders for this anyway, so let's get these ready. Oops. Bye. And like you, and you. And then... there. Perfect. Actually, I could just bust these, I guess. Am I stuck? No. Okay. Will hollow columns start groaning at some point? Probably. So we'll need to... we'll fill them with like sand or something later. When it comes time. By later, I might even mean later today. But I wanted to get the structure in because we, like I said, we might end up having these staircases go into the columns, in which case we do want them to be hollow for us to work with them. All right, so dealing with here. Dealing with this guy and me being a dummy. Here we go. This out of the way. Just building like it's the other block game. Just plop, 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 plop. Nice. Did it again. The nice thing about building at this scale is like, this is where you feel like you're making a lot more progress than like the rest of the temple, because it's like you're placing just, a cubic meter of material at a time. Whereas up until this point, it's felt like, well, we did some chiseling on the stairs over here. Alright, pumpkin pie before we fall. And then ladder down. Boop. I guess we'll just, use the axe to chop our way down. Don't go into creative and stuff a bell in each one. We could make them with iron blocks. No thanks. How am I gonna get into that to fill the sand? I can just bust into it. Like this. See? I could even, if I wanted to, bust into them to pick up those blocks I left behind. Ta-da! The horror. Alright, let's get this guy out of here. And do we have enough? Ooh. I don't know that we have enough for the rest of this. Ooh, no we don't. Alright, let's go get our wedgie on some more. I'm gonna plop. Let's see, the sand and the actually the gravel's gonna come with me. We're not gonna use you for material. Actually, the gravel might make decent filler material too. And then I'm just gonna leave these in here temporarily to make some more room for us to ta-da. I'm gonna go use the wedgie and make some more ashlar. Oh, we're also gonna need to grab the mortar. I think we have multiple stacks of mortar up top here. Let's go take a look. You can drop the sand from the top in the stack. Yep, that too. Just the one. Okay. I thought we had more. Maybe it's over here. If not, we can make plenty more. Oh, nope. Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab these out of here. Shoot. I'll bring this with. Come with me. I had dreams of doing that staircase sooner rather than later, but I think they were just dreams. I'll bring you with. Just get rid of you. Claystone. More sand. Okay. Let's go drop the trunk down here. There we go. Infinitely more space. Or tripling the storage space, I guess. Hey, we got Storyteller WMD here. Welcome. You like to use bismuth blocks when chiseling? You wish I had a version without rivets? Yeah. No, sorry guys, I had a sudden cough attack. Can't see anything. There we go. And we want... Oh, let's, yeah, we need more mortar. So let's get a couple of you. Oh, our bucket's upstairs again. Darn it. Alright. The solution to that is... we have more buckets. Let's bring a second bucket from the oasis to here, just so we have it. Does beg the question, where do I keep the extra buckets? I think they were over here. Yes, here we go. Oh, and while we're here, no, we're gonna still try to preserve that time on those pies. I foresee this Wednesday being another pie baking session, just FYI. I just have that feeling, you know? Alright, so, bucket. We need... oops. There we go. Then we can do a bit of this. And then we can do a bit of this. Am I gonna make any termite pies? No, I am unlikely to make much termite pie. go. Put the empty bucket underwater. Alright, we need a stack of sand again. From you. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to make whatever we can out of this right here. Ooh, alright. Got a few spares. And we'll toss these stones in there. Okay, so we have a little more ash. Oh, we have gravel too. There we go. And I guess yeah, we used to store extra sandstone ashlar in here. I'm gonna bring it back up top with us. But for now, I'm gonna make a few more stacks of this stuff. So let's get the wedgie back out. Put you away. We'll bring you upstairs again. We'll save the termite pies for the next guide season. Yeah. So is it possible right now in vanilla to make termite pie? Or is that from a mod? Ingrainment hasn't been able to cope with termites yet. Yeah, there was discussion about the termite pie over on Discord. That's why I'm curious. Blocks flying in my face. Ow, 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 ow. With it being calm, it might be worth working through the night then. Maximizing our pie's spoilage timer. Alright, there we go. Let's get these up here. Oh, right, we have a... Unpause. Star. How do we... Oh, no, not that. We can turn this into that. Star that. There we go. Oh, my goodness. So much better. Huh. Is this, this recipe here, is this from a mod? I'm guessing it is, but just curious. Do I have safety glasses? No, I do not. Not at all. Boop. This is gonna be it. I think. Oh, no, there's more. They're like appearing, disappearing, and still they're flying places. Like, what is this? Whew, okay, there we go. We'll have 3 left over. Sure. Alright. That should be enough for a little bit here. Should keep us busy. We're gonna take, we have the 3 there. Let's plop this guy in here. A little bit more of that as well. you here. Let's go put... I guess we'll leave you here. Why not? We'll put the rough cut chisel up top here, where it belongeth. Storytellers played the first 300 hours of the story without mods, but the next 1,000 hours were not without mods. Fair. All right. Just chuck you guys in here. All right, so we have a lot of blocks. Let's get to building. No, to roughing in. We're going to swap you out of there, buddy. Sorry, pal. Does that create any issues? Not really. You are an issue, slightly. Can I move you, like, there? Does that fix that? No. That should do, I think. Oops. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. A little better. Turn that back off. Have a piece of pie. I like how we eat so noisily that, like, our chewing sounds echo in the cave. And no more cave all of a sudden. Okay, and ladder down. And tally-ho! Okay. Looking pretty good. Looks a little more solid than before, you think? Looks a little bit better. It is feeling a little dungeony, but I think once we get rid of the brick style ashlar and we move to like some nice smooth sandstone with, you know, maybe some like maybe we do like some kind of relief carving, just something simple and geometric, just to sort of, you know, make it look less prison-y. That I think will help a lot. And then I think we'll also probably do something where the stairs like either fan out from here or they fan in from above. So like they curve out like this. One of the two. That's not for today though. That's like the last thing we need to worry about as far as the dais goes. Okay. So, let's do some hypothetical work here. So, hypothetically, okay. Hypothetically, we could copy this over to here and start our little doorway there. Now we're going to get rid of these blocks and probably you guys, replace them with solid ones. Just grab a few of these. Because the first few stairs here will likely need to be Phil's fancy stairs style. And then once they come out, what we can do is we can keep the stair style. So we can still use these fancy stairs farther down, but we'll swap out these solid walls for like a railing instead. Maybe one that's tall enough that we're unlikely to accidentally like walk over it, because it is very possible that we would do that. So let's do this. We're going to start with that. We're going to grab a few odds and ends here. Let's put a few of you away. You are pre-chiseled. I don't want you. And you. And then you. Okay. Then we need the Panto. Yay, more railings. Who doesn't love railings, right, guys? Am I right? And how right am I? Okay, so we're going to grab, I guess, this guy first. Okay. And then we can just do a flip with the chisel we definitely have in our hand. Yep, that's me. There we go. All right. You can also grab you. We can grab you. We can grab you. Mm-hmm. Nope, not that one. I'll have to adjust this slope here. That's fine. Okay, so we can flip all of these. Like that. So, and we'll probably do is we'll probably have the if we start the slope down here, what'll happen is we'll bump our head on the ceiling. So we do need to bring this just directly out by a block, I think. That's probably what we'll do. Railings are fun, but OSHA violations are more fun. Indeed. Yep, you've definitely got that. You nailed that right on the head with the hammer there. My thoughts exactly. So... yes, we have this like little lip here, and then we can start going down. Now, how to do that? I haven't thought about how to actually like make these stairs go down from the inside. Was not part of my initial plan. So I think what we'll do is we're going to snap this. This should be a fairly easy one to just copy to there. And the same for, say, this guy. You can just copy you there. And then we can figure out what to do here. So one thing to think about is... Okay, so I think we're gonna end up with a situation where the first stair is gonna go out a little farther, and that's okay. Honestly, I am way okay with that, because it means that we don't have to spend 1,000 hours making a, like I said, a completely offset by 1/2 block stairwell, like we were like talking about doing up there. Like if we wanted to make this more centered, we could have done that. And I was like, nope, we're not doing 2 different kinds of stairs. Nope, sorry. Bye, music. So we're gonna do a bit of that. And then we're just gonna do, let's see, if I spin you. Why is this so green right there? Like, what is this? Oh, it's this lighting. Okay. Yeah, okay. I wonder if that means that some of the lighting in here could be fixed by like flipping a couple of the interior blocks here, like these guys. I don't know. Is that fixing the weird green stuff? No, not really. Okay. Do I still have that funky pendant on? Oh, I do. Maybe that's why. Well, no, I mean, yeah, but this is no longer green now. Oh, it is kind of green. Let's take that off. Oops. Didn't help. Didn't help in the least. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. I think the light from our headband is too bright to let it go through. All right. So, in theory, it's supposed to go down through that. Okay. In theory, we should be able to snap that. We can snap back to reality. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, there is some fixing going on there. I wonder if it's worth just, oh my goodness, spending a Wednesday and flipping all these back and forth a couple times. That sounds like pure pain. That sounds like pure pain. Okay, so we're going to need to tear out these two blocks right here and there. And then, being very careful not to fall in there, let's swap this in here. Oh, that's actually going to line up perfectly. Just like I calculated it would. Yep. That's me. We even flip these. Just make things all nice and hunky-dory. And then, yeah, that's where my plans kind of hit a wall there, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to continue copying this down. Okay. Oh, and there goes our music again. So the next several layers of this ash layer are going to get cut out here. Probably down to like there at the very... Oh, no. That's going to be a minor problem. Where is that here exactly? It's right there, huh? Okay. All right. Well, it's a good thing we had the water there to warn me about this possibility. That should be interesting. Although I don't know that's going to be a huge problem. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Time to call a plumber? Yeah, you bet. All right, so each block of this has 1, 2, hardly, okay. Part of a block there. So in theory, this should go... Guys, check it out. We never did the dots on this bottom piece. I just realized that. Look at that. I wonder if we missed the dots up here, too. No, I got the dots here. How about up here? At the very top. Got these dots. Okay. Wow. I wonder how many of you have been screaming at that, or screaming at me about that for months now. Ooh. Oh, we're spoiling. Oh, boy. Rotten blah, oh, blah. Rotten pie. My favorite. Alright, so we... No! Come back. There we go. Wow. Oops. I feel like we're going to need a second quote on our plaque here now. Something like, I never make a mistake, or something. There wouldn't be room. Let's fix this one too. Oops. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, which one of you did this? I demand to know. Alright, so here's my plan. Plan is I don't have one. You're off to bed, storyteller? Well, good to have you here. I hope to see you again soon. Alright, so here's my plan. My new plan. What if, hear me out, what if I just do this? Don't anybody shoot me yet. Don't anybody shoot me yet. But hear me out. What if I just did this? So we push the block. And then we pull it back out. Will anybody notice? That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. Oops. It's the perfect crime. The perfect crime, I tell you. If I wanted to get really... Ooh, you know what we could do? You know what we could do? In order to sort of keep that same kind of, like, threshold we have on both sides, this one's going to have to be a different size. It's going to have to be one bit off. Copy from farther up won't help. This is the same pattern. The problem is that we had to flip this pattern this away. And this pattern is an odd number base pattern on a block that is an even number of voxels wide. So unless we... Yeah, actually, we're gonna have the same problem up top too, honestly. We're going to have it ended differently. So what we could do, though, is we could keep a little bit of a threshold here and there, and just make it a little less noticeable if we do this. So let's take these off of here. We can just do the same thing here, but push it. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness. That was the wrong... Oh my goodness. Let's fix this again. Alright, let's push it to... Okay, so it lines up again. Then we pull this back out. And now both of these have this little threshold here, separating it from these blocks. Boop and boop. And this one's going to be one voxel off, but I think that's okay, honestly. If we wanted to get really crazy, like, we could even maybe push this one 2 more blocks in. I don't really feel the need to at the moment. So... It's almost past 9 a.m. for you, storyteller. That is an early morning bed or late morning bedtime. That's like college bedtime for me. I spent a lot of mornings where I went to bed at like 9 a.m. All right. So, just like my building skills. How do we get around this particular issue? Hum. Alright, so option one actually is an option. I was thinking we could have just a landing here and go down, but if we have a landing turn, we'll have the same problem right here because we're looking at putting a pool and some other stuff in here, so it doesn't really sidestep that issue. Oh god, we're going to take the stairs? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not to the extent of, like, getting crazy on all the inside bits. But let's go ahead and pretend like we're going to keep doing this. And if we end up not using these blocks, we can recover them later. Maybe reuse them. Okay, so... And that's right, I wanted to snap you to use 1, 2, 3 right there. And there. And we'll just flip. And we'll flip you guys. And we'll flip you guys. Just to fix all the lane stuff. A little preemptively. Okay, so then we can come here, we can grab these overhead blocks. So namely, this guy. And I guess we could just do the same thing here. Okay. And actually, this will just be a tunnel across. Now look at it, it'll be like across to there, pretty much. That's okay. That's fine. But that means we can also use... I think... the same one here? Yes. Do that. Okay. Which means we'll be putting some of these back in. So we're looking at this and that. Maybe a landing that goes around it with waterfall ingredients through it. That could be interesting. If things line up, we could try that. Let's grab you. I like how the ladder stays attached. It doesn't realize it's doomed yet. So, whoops, nope. And you. Flip. Again, there we go. Ooh. It's getting dicey. It's getting dicey. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. That's so gonna hit right there. Empty spaces. Oops. All right. So the other option here is we could do a landing. Problem with landing is that we're still gonna bump into the whoops. There we go. We're still going to bump into this block here a little bit. And potentially need something over here as well. Which might not be the worst thing in the world. Let's see. So landing right here, we could then cross through the pillar. But we're still going to be bumping our heads here. Very concerning. Very concerning. So we have some options here. We're kind of fighting some prior design decisions. Actually, before we fight those decisions, let's go get some more pie. While I think about this. And the implications it has for everything we do here. So I think we're going to hit this issue of the water or the ceiling kind of no matter what direction we take it there. And that's frustrating, for sure. So I'll have to think about, once we get back there, I'll think about it. We're going to do 3 pies because these are lasting less and less time. Yeah, 2 more days, so let's get these up here. Swap you around. I'm trying to think of other options for stairs here too. It might just be that we don't do the fill stairs going down. That might have to be the answer. Where am I going here? Oh, let's go up, sure. Actually, let's go here. There's our dirt bin. Drop you in there and you in there. There we go. You recommend chiseled wrought R. What is chiseled wrought R? Yeah, this is, Alright, so our options here are, we have to either fill in some more of this water, which, that would pretty much kill this whole pool idea. Could you add 1 block up and have like a mini waterfall situation? Yeah, I don't quite understand that, Tyluna. Smiley Riley, you have a good one. Catch you again soon. So yeah, so we can tear into this water here and pretty much eliminate it. It might not. We might still have an issue where the ceiling is still like popping out here though, because if we look in here, let's see, this next block becomes ceiling. Let's see. I suspect it's already the exterior, isn't it? Just do a piece of dirt block just to check on that. Oh, whoops. Yep, that is indeed already exterior block. So we literally can't go any farther because this, if we try to turn that into the overhead archway, that's going to expose the archway to the outside. We don't want that. Oh, you're dirt now. Okay. Or not dirt anymore. Wild. Get out of here. Boop. Bye. Okay. I think that kind of cements it. We actually can't do that at all. We can't go any farther. In fact, we can't even do this landing here because of that. So, our options become different. I don't want to do anything like where we start the stairs farther back. I think that would be kind of ugly, personally. We could just push this whole thing 1 more block back. I don't know that that would get us exactly as much as we need. It might. Maybe lean into it and completely open up the archway. Well, the problem here is that we're opening up this area here is going to be exposed to the outside. I don't want to, like, well, one, we'd have to fill in this pond. I like this pond. Also, this is where the water's going to come down from above, so we really can't do that. A couple other options. We could put the stairs just somewhere else. That could mean... That probably means we're not going to be putting them here. I don't think the stairs would go well here. We could do something where maybe we decide to lean into something here. So I noticed that I don't want this to be a normal thoroughfare. So let's maybe not like think about doing it here, but we could do something where maybe we knock out part of the end of the path here, or we cut the end of the path right here, and we dig a stairwell down to here, so that you can come up here and then have easy access to the interior from here. We could also see. We could also think about maybe doing this stairwell from here, where. Think about this. Like maybe here the stairs go down, and we just sort of fill this in. This becomes no longer like a circular path. I don't like that too much, personally. This is only a problem because the stairs are going straight rather than turning. You are right about that, actually. I mean, I guess we could try turning the stairs. What do you guys think? We could turn the stairs. Yeah, you know what? That might be the answer. These truly are the Phil Boswell Memorial Stairway, filled with all the good stairs ideas. I didn't think about that. I forgot that we still have this curve in here. Yeah, we could turn them through and maybe like into the tower, and then from there they can just go straight through. Oops. And then have them, if we can build the stairs first then, rather than building them after the archway. What do you think about this? So if we turn the stairs through, they'll come out kind of like there. If we do the stairs down from there, they would kind of come across like that right there. That would really cut off the visuals here. So maybe we have them come through the archway, or through the column, and then go across to here. And then from there, maybe that's where they go down. Maybe we have this become something. Like maybe this section here goes up, and there's like another landing up here where the stairs all converge. And there could be maybe some kind of walkway around the outside here, like up there, like a balcony. Yes, in fact, let's do that specifically because the other stairs are going to come down this archway onto this side here, because we're going to cut them down from here on the south side. And that way we don't have to have a stairwell coming down off of this here somewhere. Like it could maybe like launch off of here. That just seems like a bad idea. But we could have like a second floor walkway or set of walkways that connects like from here over to here. That way you don't have to like come down, walk across, and then go back up. That could be the answer for that. Have a lot of like second floor walkways, and they'll be a little higher up over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, let's also eat some pie. 2 pie. 2 pi R. Okay, so we got to figure out where this needs to turn next. I'll give you a hint. It's before now. It's before we get to here. Okay, so let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3 blocks before the turn. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 blocks, which means that this needs to be the turn. Ooh, that could still be a little tight. What's wrong with this picture? I don't think there's anything wrong with this picture. I think I'm just overthinking things here. Because we turn just fine here, and this is just a little thin sliver of block here. So it's not an issue, I don't think. Alright. So that means we need to we're gonna have to grab the turn starting from about this. We're going to grab it starting from basically up here somewhere, right? Yes, I think so. We grab this. This is going to go, so 1, 2, 3. That's going to go there, I think. We need to spin it. Let's find if this works right. Oh, that was weird. My whole screen just froze for a second. That's not quite right. We're missing a step in there. Okay. Which means actually that it needs to come up by 1 block, I think. Does it come up by 1 block? Oh, okay. So we need this block, this extender block-ish. Yeah, okay. Or rather, this just comes up by a block. And this gets replaced by the extender block. Okay. Extendo Patronus. So, this. And then we spin you. Yeah, okay, that's the answer. Oop. Okay, so we do that. We're gonna recover these 2 blocks here, and we're going to put them 1 block up. Get this real quick. These are valuable blocks. These have like 10 blocks worth of stone in them, so I think they're worth chasing down. Ow. I guess I could have gone straight to the ladder, but I didn't. What a mess this is. I could return it by 90 degrees rather than 45. If we turn by 90, we run into the opposite problem where our heads would be coming out into the ceiling or the floor space here. Which again is going to be 1 block higher, but we'd still end up having an archway that peeks out here. You know, I think this 45-degree angle is the best idea. So let's pop. You're going to be there, and we're going to be there. So that one's already right. Let's go and grab this guy. That. Give you a spin. Okay. Yeah, we can go and plug this then, I think. With relative impunity. Let's go ahead and just block you back off. Fix that bit of an issue. Yeah, it'll be right up against that, but that shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be a problem. I think. See that again? Yes, I think we're okay. We're okay here. Finally it goes away. Okay, so we're going to need to grab place, I should say. We need to place some more blocks here. It's going to be interesting. So like that. Let's get the tip. Right. Now out there. And then that should be able to go like that. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of a sliver sticking out there. All right, get that. And we are working here. It's going to break there. You can tell by the weird lighting change. Hey there, the guy from Saturn. Welcome to today's stream. Yeah, I think we'll be okay here. Now, one thing to be aware of is this is going to be a little bit different because this block's going to get shaved off. It's going to get turned into one of these guys in a minute here. So we're going to have to rebuild a couple of these. But as I had mentioned before, one of the things we were going to try was we could shave these down a little farther to let the water in. Although I think if we do that, we might end up with water on the wrong side of the block at this point. So we'll have to be very careful about that. We don't want the water inside here. That'd be very annoying. Oh, that will be annoying. I'll have to deal with that. That's going to be interesting. That'll be very interesting. Who doesn't love interesting? Let's go ahead and grab this guy. I'll just give you a flip. Go. If I take more boxes out of those, will the water fill the gap? Yes, it will. And since the other side of the block will be the interior of our stairs, we'll end up with water that won't be able to flow. It'll just fill up a partial cube of our stairs. So we need to make sure we avoid that fate. That would be a terrible fate indeed. There seem to be lots of good things brewing for the upcoming update. Yes, a lot of cool things. I kind of like to, if I can get the time, I'd like to make like a update video, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be dicey. I think we can do it. I think this will be fine. We want to make sure, we're not going to want this window here. So if we end up with any window bits, we'll just fill them back in. What's going on here? Yep, see? Oh, it does flow. Weird. But here's where we're going to have to, like, come in and... yeah, a bit of this. We'll just do... a bit of pie first. We should be able to do this, so... Is that going to mess up the interior? Yes, it is. We want to be in island mode, don't we? Alright, let's go re-snap that. That is... There's the tip piece there, okay. So re-snap you. And boop. And spin. Alright, so we're in island mode now. That should no longer cause that issue. Let's go ahead and get this in. See if that fixed it. Good, it did. Okay. Let's see if we can get this block then no longer watering our stairs. Yes, but no. The sound is a little glitched, I guess. Let's try flipping that just to see if that... awakens the... Nope. It's going to require a reload. That's okay. We'll have nice waterfall sounds for a bit. That's okay. So yeah, I think that should work okay. We'll have to do that here and maybe here as well. It's not too bad, though. It went away. Can you start to turn one step higher without messing it up or bumping your head? If we start one step higher, it's going to end up coming out into here. So this turn is between two very thin slips of wall here. So if we start up higher, that also means we're starting at one block this way farther. So we can't do that. All right, so next, the turn, the actual turn. So we're going to want to grab, oh boy, it's hard to tell what I'm grabbing here. So this is the end of one block. This is the next block. Let's just get like really right down in here, whatever that is. See if that fits. Right there. And we can rotate you. Yeah, that's accurate. Okay. So we're going to go and get whoever's below that guy. Just going to be, I guess, like here. Grab that. Spin. Yeah, there we go. All right. We'll get whatever's above you to get that block out of the way. Which would be, I guess, this. I think. We spin you. Yeah, okay, that's the interior. And that shouldn't mess up with this thing over here. No. Okay. I think what we might want to do is maybe we actually give it a flared base. Maybe we actually like build this out a little bit at some point, and just sort of have this sort of, you know, flare out a little bit by just a few blocks and work it into the design. That might help things a little bit. In the long run, at least. Okay. So if we do this, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. So we're still going to come out on the outside. What's going to happen here now is if we follow this curve around, we're going to come out here-ish rather than inside here. Again, the going straight up from this column is like, this is the floor of the interior there. So I think, yeah, what we can do is we can have that staircase come down, and then we can have that sort of walkway around here. It'll work around the staircase. We can maybe have the walkway, you know, itself be what goes through these columns here. Maybe even have a little bit of a like a sitting area up top. That could be nice. If we turn again immediately, we're still going to have the problem where our heads bump out into this area here. So we're basically here essentially. So if we turn right now, the top of the archway, which is there, is going to come out right here. So we're gonna have some open archway, or we'll have to cover this up with blocks. I don't really feel the need to do that. Although, let me think about that. Would that be nice to do? I don't think it would. I don't think it would work out very well. Because we're talking about basically doing like a 90-degree turn right here. And we'd still hit the same issue of this block is exterior. I think it is. Yeah, this block's exterior. So we can work with the inside, but if we carve out any of the outside, we're dead. So I think we'll just go down. We'll go down there. We'll have the staircase come down. It'll come down. Somehow my ankles survived that. Out here, we'll have a little walkway that will connect up to it, and it'll be a little lopsided. It'll be a little staircase here and a little staircase here, but it won't be as obtrusive as like the stairs coming across this whole section right here. Who else is here? We have CheeseWiz93 and TL Forever 262. Welcome, guys. Turn left. Thanks, Calzamar. What a great idea. I'm going to take a quick water break here. Just a moment, please. In the sat-nav voice, in 4 feet, turn sharp right. Indeed. You were here early, you just fell asleep? How dare you? Listen, I'm an ambi-turner. I don't have to turn left. I don't have to listen to you. You're not my dad. You're not my real dad. Alright, so let's go and grab this next block here. Oh no. This could be fine. This could be fine. Let's cease panicking. Where's our? So we have 1, 2, whatever this nonsense is. So it's a half block up. So we want to grab whatever's on the other side of this. Okay, let's do that. I will do my level best. Let's see. So we're going to grab this guy, I believe. I think you need to go there. Yes, we can spin you. Hey, look at that. All right, then we have you. Oops. Do that. Spin you out and back. Okay, then we have to deal with... So it's 1.5 blocks up. Okay. So we have 1.5. So we're going to grab you. And then we have 2.5 blocks up. That should be the start of the roof. So 1, 2.5. There we go. That should be that. All right, I think we're going to make it. I think we'll survive. If only just barely. All right, let's plop you down. We're going to grab that just like inside corner snag right there. Should do it. And then, yeah, there we go. Okay, so then we have a little sliver right off the tip, the left side tip of this first stair down. So off the tip right there, so grab that. Got a couple of those going upward, I think. So you... Nope. That's... Nope. Definitely not that one. Okay, so let's go one more block up. There we go. Then we go one more block up to get the next one. So that was there. We want you next. It looks like you're going to be... Not quite. Not quite. All right, why is that not lining up for me? Is this... Oh, this is taller. Wait, is this taller? No, it's not taller. Is it taller? Does this seem taller to you? Or this one shorter? And this one taller? No, same height. Okay. Here we go. Much better. Okay. So that's going to bring us to knocking out these two a little bit. And probably let's get these guys in here so that we can have a little bit more room to play with. Let's spin you. Does that line up here? Ah, that's a problem. Okay, I see what we did. Okay, we can work with this. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just deal with that in a minute. We have a second one of you. Spin. That should line up there just fine. Okay. We have another little sliver of a piece. I'm just going to be, let's see. Oh, it's going to be tough to identify. Sliver. I think we can just copy this guy, can't we? Pretty sure. Yeah. Grab that guy next. So that, basically. Bubba J from Jeff Dunham. Oh, the NASCAR left turns. So I actually, I mean, I know the joke. I don't know, like, if there's a specific joke about it, but yeah. Familiar with NASCAR and how left turn simulator. Okay, so we have this sort of piece there. It's there. That's gonna be a real pain in the butt to identify. Let's just grab. We'll call it like view. See if that does it. Hey, look at that. All right. So what we can do here is the same thing as the other place, as we just come in here and we do the island mode. Done. Look at that. And again, this will be part of the floor, so I'm not super worried about this really being a problem. For now. It might become one later, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good of an architect I end up not being here. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit of you right there. We're going to want some here as well. Just going to cut right through this whole column right here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's these are load-bearing stairs. Trust me. Why don't you trust me? It's very unusual. All right, so let's go grab that up here. Looking at basically what this. I do believe. No, that's the one block down. We need the one above it. Haha. We want you first. Give you a spin. Now we can get that stair block. There. There we go. We're going to want this wee bit copied down there. There we are. And then just this weird little bit of stair block here, okay? Always a pleasure. Have to get weird stair block pieces. It's like there, basically. Oh, no more stairs. Yeah, I wish. Okay. And we're going to need a little bit of this. Oh, medium temporal storms approaching. Wonderful. I am not even going to put it to a vote. I am not going to fight this temporal storm. We're gonna sleep through it. Hopefully in one piece. What is the staircase walkway block made of? It's actually a bunch of blocks. This is, we have limestone, we have andesite, sandstone, and bauxite all combined into one. And I'm out of andesite, apparently. Again. It's been a recurring problem. Let's see. So I have some limestone left. I can supplement that with this. We are going to want to grab a few more pieces of andesite. Do I have any more already up here somewhere? Yes, we do. Sweet. We have 60. Let's do it. You say work through the storm? No, we're not working through the storm, Pixel Pear. Every one block is 4 blocks? Yeah. It is, very pricey. Krazar is a storm chicken. Yeah, running and gunning doesn't work anymore, so I'm less excited about it. I'm really sad that it doesn't work anymore, honestly. Like, that was a fun way to do temporal storms. Goodbye, block. Alright, so we're going to want the block that is just off the tip of the second stair down, okay? It's a stair down. So 1, 2, the tip of the block. Tip of the morning to you. Yep, wrong chisel. That's not going to work too well. Okay. And then we want this little jaggy piece there. Okay. So somewhere about like that, I believe. Oh, it's tiny. Okay, that was quick. That was over quickly. Let's go ahead and we're going to knock out you. And we're going to knock out... Actually, we'll get these guys out of the way first. So let's see. You... I believe need to be one of these guys. Yes. Yes. Indeed. Alright, so second block toward the ceiling. There's a pretty big block that needs to get copied. Yeah, you-ish. Something like that. Oughta do. And then we flip you. Yep, alright. Is that still okay from the outside? Yes, it is. Fight the storm, it can be quite profitable. They used to be profitable. Yeah, the storms, since you can no longer do a real run and gun without just getting shot to death by Bowtorn and mauled to death by the shivers, you'd really want to build some kind of arena where you can block lines of sight, prevent shivers from climbing to different places, so you can like get temporary safe-ish spots where you could potentially like heal up for a second or two before getting back into the fight. Because it's definitely you're definitely gonna be taking more hits in an arena run and gun. You're just gonna be in closer quarters in general, I think. So, dad joke: where do you take someone injured in a peekaboo accident? ICU. I like that one. That was pretty good. Had me in the first half. Okay, I wanted to say, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll go to 14. Should be. Yeah, here we go. And a little sliver at the top there, although it is a pretty big chunk of ceiling space right above the above the second stair block here. Second step down. Okay. Second step down. Look up. Grab that. Should be good. Then we just give you a little swoop. Nope, not that one. Let's try it again. Second step. This one, let's take it more from like here. See if that does that. That should be more our speed, I think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we have a few. Get you in and you in. We need to get you in as well. We may as well, I guess, get these placed. We need that, that, and that. And we need to get you guys out of the way, too. So you and you, really you, are going to go. You need to go, too. Yeah. Okay. You can't wait for more tower work, and especially the light pillar in the center. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. There, APEC. Water Temple Arena, no dump scares guaranteed. Yes, so you have to swim through the arena. That'll be fun. Could have sworn I heard a drifter a minute ago. How do you get up here? Let's see, how are these doing? 1 day left. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, so pro tip. Don't make 16 pies all at once. It's a bad idea. Bad move, man. Let's see. We're getting toward moldy pumpkin pie even. Pixel pear. Alright, so let's get the next set of these going on. So we're looking at the 1, 2, third block down. There's a bit of a weird thingy over here. So 1, 2, 3. We want you. Go. 1, 2, third block down. Grab basically the rest of you. Give you a spin. And then we have this guy. We also have this guy to worry about too, which will be for later Curzar. It's not a pro tip. Listen, any of my tips, you probably shouldn't consider them pro tips, especially when being sarcastic. They might get you hurt. Okay. So then we have what I guess is the sliver blocks again. So let's grab, like you basically. Nope, wrong sliver. Wrong. There we go. Much better. Oh, you're going to need to be updated as well. So you are, let's see. You're this block, you're above the second step down On the inside, okay. Second step down. We want you, I guess. Are you truly the one? No, you're not. What am I looking for here? Oh, it's far. Okay, it's farther. No, I want right at the. Oh, I need to do it here, I think. Yes, that was the problem. Okay. Had the right block copied, wrong block placement. All right, so above the third step down, grab that. So 1, 2, and 3, we can grab you. Give you a spin. We have the tip of that one. Okay. 2, 3, you. Is that the right one? I didn't go far enough, did I? Oh, it did. Okay. Perfect. And then we have some more of this to do. Nope. Rebaked mold, yummy. Yeah. Talk about making pumpkin ceiling, perhaps. All right, so this is going to be a sliver block, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Okay. You are maybe a sliver? Let's find out. Yeah, you're not quite a sliver. Okay, we're gonna be a little more than a sliver. Just a little bit more. Maybe I can grab. Are you the same? Nah, I got the same. Alright, so we want to go down to the 1, 2, 3. So fourth block. Right off the very tip there. There should be a thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right off the tip. We want this. I hope. I think that should be good. Yay! Okay, so third block, what are you? Where are you? So looking at that tip, we're gonna go 4 ceiling pieces in, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right off the tip again. Oh, where was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. So we're gonna go up to like here. That should give us that ceiling. Hey, and we're still going on the inside here? Not quite. Okay, we only need to worry about like this one here, I think. Let's do... just like that. Okay. Not too shabby. Thus far, at least. What I want to do is I want to continue. So these diagonal stairs are going to go a little farther than original, I think. Let me see how many stairs we have here. We have, let's see, landing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then landing. So landing 1, 2, 3, 4. That might actually be the exact spot. That should be coming out on this side of this tower, or this column. So that might work out after all. Munch. All right, so we're going to want to grab that fourth stair, little pointy sliver. I think should be the same as the second stair pointy sliver, right? I think we can just copy this down now. Okay. Hey, look at that. There we are, fix that. So we can grab that. We could if we could actually get a block in there. Okay, so we need to actually turn, let's see, this into a block, which I believe means we want something like this. Nope. Undo. It's not going to be you, right? What is you? Why? But why, though? Okay. And we are not way out of this. Okay, good. We want to do this and a bit of that. And here's from, I'm going to stop bringing this down from the ceiling here. We'll have to figure some point at which we stop bringing it down. But like, and maybe work some of this back into here a little bit as we figure out where the railing is going to go. Oh, it's a minute. We got to go sleep now. Sleep and get ready to run. Alright. I wonder if color coding... Oh, we're going to get hurt. Ow. Well, one of them spawned and did get us. And they disappeared. So, farewell. Ooh, look at temporal sand speck. We have 21 hours left in these guys. Boy. Pixel pair, have fun. We get an early Christmas dinner thing tonight. Gotta go get a honeyed ham, so you're out of here. Well, have a great rest of your day, Pixel pair. You have the patience of a saint. I don't know if Curzette would agree with that. Okay, that should be there. Alright, so we want to grab, in theory, this goes there. Yes, it do. Alright. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to grab this. Okay. And we're still kind of cutting our way through some of this stuff. It's okay. Got more stone where that came from. And we're good on the other materials. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll probably just have this come down to like a little landing here, and then go straight into the tower. That's probably how we'll do that. Maybe not, because we're already off the edge of the tower here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We'll just have it connect sort of like a little bloop. This little landing right here, basically. That's fine. Okay, so we'll have something like that there. Very dicey stairwell for me to be working on. This is very safe, guys. This is... I've got my harness attached to hopes and dreams. Thoughts and prayers. I don't know, one of the two. Alright, so we're going to come up to, I think, actually. Is it going to be here? Yes. There we are. And then we'll come up to here, grab you. Oh. Send a block down. Whoopsie. That's gonna be fun to reach. There we go. Oops, come back here. There we go. right, no bonking our head there. That's okay. So the stairs will wrap perfectly around the top of the column. Yeah, just about. You know, I'll get to the bottom and be one layer off. It better not be. I will have to just quit this world. Sorry, guys. No more desert, no more life. Only sadness. Only sadness and failure and regret here. Okay, so I want to have this off of here, and that. Oh, we can turn it here. No, no, we can't. We can turn it here. Yes. I'll turn it here. I feel like we could just turn it here. That might make better sense. No. Let's go the full 9 yards. So we'll go to the original exterior here and see about how that lines up with our expectations. In fact, we can take a peek from below as well. See how awful this looks at the moment. So we have this coming down there. Sort of sneaking down around there. That's all right. Yeah, it's fine. We'll have it sort of marry up with that, just like one more block down. In fact, we could probably peel away a bit of this ceiling here, because again, we're gonna have a floor block above that, and that way the walkway can be pretty high up and still give us plenty of height here. We could even do something like really delicate, like maybe like a maybe this would be a chance to work some wood in just at the top of the archway, maybe for the flooring, because you can have, you know, much thinner wood than stone, and the underside could still be a thin layer of stone, as if we had parged it. If you remember with parging is where you take like mortar and sand and stuff, and you make like almost a stucco wall, but just less textured. That could work really well, I think. Rip, here lies Kurazar, all broken-hearted. Tried to build, but got outsmarted. This is why I keep you guys around. You keep me honest. You keep me humble, more importantly. Okay, let's get a rest. It's medium. Hopefully we can sleep through the night after the temporal storm debacle. Let's eat while we sleep. Midnight snack. You know how it goes. Only 15 hours left. For some reason today, my headphones feel like they're squeezing real tight. I'm trying to push my brains out my ear like a tube of toothpaste. Alright, so that brings us down to here. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll continue this design. So you get down to you, and you get down to you. And so here we get to the landing piece, or start to. So we're going to want to grab, I think you're still fully that block. No, you're not. Okay. Let's go grab that from up here instead. So it was you that I grabbed just now, or pasted. Erroneously, I might say. Oop. Always forgetting that. Just mark you now so you don't pop off again. And then we want the little chip piece out of there. Okay. So it's going to be that like that. Is that the right one? Yes, right, because we have, okay. We'll have to actually, like, get under here to get to that, I think. effectively. Okay, it just line up. Okay. I was like really worried for a second there. Did these things line up properly, or am I causing more problems than I'm solving here? Oh, I can sneak these in without having to there we go. Boop. There we go. Oh, and one more right there. All right, let's go get our corner pieces, our landing pieces. So that was, there's one right there in the corner. Let's get that. Oh, let's also make all these chiseled. So you're chiseled and you're chiseled. There we go. Problem solved. Then we spin you. We get the sort of main floor block up there. So essentially this guy. Oops. And spin. And the interior of there, okay. This block. Spin you, all right. If it all ends up one layer off, will you name the wrong step after me? Storm Thunders? Sure. You can have the tripping step. Okay. Just getting a feel for what I'm working with here. Let's also... Yeah, we'll grab... Do I have a better landing? Better landing right here. Not a different landing, just a better one. Okay. Let's do... Whoopsie. Let's do... I'm gonna grab this after all. And we'll turn this, like we're gonna do this. We're gonna add these blocks here. And we're gonna do this and spin it. All right, there we go. And we're going to do this, and we'll spin it. Okay. But all this is going to become regular stone right here. Or rather, we'll figure it out. I'll grab these blocks. Been leaving blocks scattered around for a bit here. Take a quick water break again. So BRB just for a second. All right, back in the action. I can't blame you for this, Phil Boswell. Hey there, Andrew P07. Welcome, welcome. I think you're a new face around here. This your first time? All right, so it's nice and high up there. It's not too bad. Let's get our butts back up here. It's already 12:45. Holy moly. Okay. I thought it was like 11:45. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to build a little bit of scaffolding out of some doit. What to doit? There we go. Okay, and we're going to just chip this out. So... just add it back in. Like so. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. But okay. Oh, man. Chiseling sometimes, man. That's really irritating. All right, let's get you down there. All right, good enough. So we're going to do... Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to do... that. Okay, we'll just copy you. Paste you. Mirror. Problem solved. Okay, then we can do a bit of this. We can do any material. No, I like that. Island mode. We're gonna do this material. Oh no. Ah, my goodness. Oh, here we go. We're just going to do this. Island mode, yes. There we go. Much better. So we have our fancy stairs end here. No longer fancy. We're gonna call this pattern like a stairs only pattern. Because doing that pattern all the way in here could be a little noisy. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, so the idea here is that we're going to have, we'll start with these just for demonstration's sake. We're going to have something like this where it just kind of zigzags its way in here. Like so. We'll have a walkway built into all of these. And like I said, we can also probably cut out some of this stuff. Now again, when it comes down to it, we're going to have a block above this, which will be floor. So for now, we'll leave this in. That's okay for now. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that this is as thin as possible, because we're going to probably end up losing some of the sort of ethereal, airy nature. Can I reach the ladder from here? No, I cannot. So let's take a look from below. How chunky is this? So that's reasonably chunky. But if we can turn this into an arch and get this thinned down, maybe even have the arch have like you know, a flying arch, so it's like open here, then maybe we can avoid having it look too chunky, especially as we'll want to thin up some of this stuff and make these into like little buttress things sticking out here. I think we can work with that. That shouldn't be a problem. More munch. Alright. I'm still pretty happy with that. It's not as, like, open an area as I'd like, but I think especially once we get away from the, you know, ashlar blocks and get into some thinner, chiseled bits and pieces here and there, I think it'll look pretty fine. Oh, you know what I was going to do? We can probably light this up. Oop, that's not a lantern. In fact, let's do... put a lantern somewhere we're not going to bump our head into it. Like, I guess overhead is fine. Like that. We're going to bust into this guy here. And we will do some flooring right here. Also thinking here, guys, check this out. I know this kind of like violates the integrity. Oh, maybe not. Nah, okay. We'll have to think about that. It would be kind of nice to be able to like have like an open archway here. Maybe we just carve little windows into this or something. If this had like blocks in the corners, it might make sense. We could even, actually, maybe what we do is, maybe as we do an archway, the archway is going to widen this out a little bit. We could maybe then cut these open a little bit. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, like, so we're going to need something here, basically, regardless. Knock this out too. Bye. You could make it less chunky if you took it around the outside of those towers rather than in between them. So that was the thing that I was thinking of avoiding. Because then we end up, like I said, we end up having to decide where to bring down two separate staircases in a location that's going to be like diametrically opposed, so like the catty corner like this. And I want to avoid that. I want to be able to just like have these stairs come down here and connect to this thing, and this then becomes what joins to other ways of getting up and down the temple, which is probably going to be something like, I don't know, like a staircase down the back, maybe? Maybe we do staircases back here. Probably the way to do it. That's definitely a let's think about it later problem, though. That is not a today problem. This will be done in 2032? Nah. We're making pretty good time with the design here, I think. I mean, we've built physically a lot more today than we have in like the last 6 months. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Heard that. You guys heard it too, right? There's definitely a Botorn somewhere near here. It's probably in one of the towers. That's probably where it's at, honestly. You know what we could do? We could probably, well, one, we could go ahead and fill these towers up at this point. It's too funny. So we can certainly fill those towers up, not a problem. There he is. Move out a few blocks so the tower stay intact. Yeah, I get what you're talking about, Phil. That was one of the options that I was talking about, and I think I don't want to do that. I like having the towers be like, you know, you can walk through them. It's kind of cool. I love little nooks and crannies like this, and so what I'm thinking of doing here is we're gonna do this probably. So we're gonna these will sort of puff out a little bit at the top again because they're gonna be like arched at the top, so we can cut into them a little bit and do little windowy, little balconies here. You can get crazy and like pop the balconies out a little bit, like so. Let's take a peek downstairs. Boop. Ow. like that, so you can have the little conversations there and these little nooks in the overlooking the rest of the temple. Of course, it won't be as possible on these sides, like this side, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Let's get here and we'll finish this little walkway around here. Oop. All right, so I think some of these interior blocks do encroach here. Okay. The other reason that I don't think we could do an exterior walkway with the stairs is that at some point the walkway would run into the back of the stairs as it looped around, and so we'd have to figure out some kind of crossover then anyway. So I think it's better to just get it done right here, all today. All right, so we do have this to contend with, and I think we can deal with that. I think the best way is going to be we'll thin these down. I mean, for one, we'll bring this one out like this. So let's do the island mode again. So we'll bring this way, like so, and then these guys will thin down so they're just one voxel between us and the stairs, and we'll never know the difference. That's my plan anyway. What that means is, I think it'll help balance, actually. So we'll have the stairs here, and we'll have stairs coming down there, on that corner. And on these two corners, we'll have these pop-out bits. And that, I think, should help balance it by having something that sticks out on these corners a bit like the stairs. If we wanted to get really crazy, we could even do like a slightly larger wraparound to match the size of the stairs here. And that could be fun, too. You know, do something like this, where it comes out like so, and it would do like a diagonal piece, a rail there, and then like this to wrap back into that. That could be fun too. That might get a little chunky, but let's see. Let's stop burning our ankles. The Phil Bosway. Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We definitely want to do thinner stone here, sandstone, and make sure it's, you know, properly buttressed to give it that sort of open flying look. Don't get stuck on that. Yeah, I think we work with that. Either way, I think it'll come out pretty well. And we'll want to shave that down too, so it's not as chunky. Oh. Let's take a look up here. Venice will be jealous. Yeah, we can certainly shave these down, so that it's a pretty thin entryway right here. A little bottleneck, but that's okay. This is, you know, ancient architecture. Trying to fit things in where we can. Of course, the question then becomes: do we try to match this to this so it's not lopsided here? And I think the answer is probably no. I think if the answer is, it's probably fine. You know, this reminds me of if any of you saw when I was on the Rusty Gear server back in Season 2, I had built this giant shell of a base, kind of like this, where we built the sort of like the top bits first, and the inside was like later. And we kind of ran into this similar issue of how do we bring the stairs down into the area, and it was an interesting challenge there as well. So nothing we're not used to, I think. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have any more thoughts over in Discord. If you like this stairs, I mean, like this is not This is not the way I envisioned them being. I wanted them to fit in a little bit better. But I think this is decent for what it is. If you have any other ideas, feel free to let me know. There's still the chance that we might decide that having the stairs come down somewhere else is better, like digging into like a little stairwell right here or something. Or even just saying, you know what, maybe we do make the top kind of exclusive, and to get there you have to know how to get through the secret back doors to the top. I kind of rather avoid that just because that's going to be where our forging is done. So I think if we did that, I'd still want to like maybe sneak in a ladder somewhere. Like inside these towers. Ooh, we're starving. Any fruit? Any fruit? No, the one day of the year where there's no fruit trees with fruit. There's one. Let's go. Give me some oranges, man. Just gonna make my pancreas happy on some oranges. Alright, there we go. That's enough for the outro. Alright, folks. Let's get back in there. Alright. Well, that is going to about do it for today. The ladies and germs and everything outside and in between. We got quite a bit of planing done and some roughing in. And we still have some more to go, but yeah, I think we are well on our way to getting this looking the way that it was in my mind. I just realized we didn't finish that last bridge there. That's okay. Whoops. Anyway, folks, we will have a chores stream this Wednesday. I think we'll probably, I don't know, we might work on the stairs behind my head there, get that in. We might also work on the second Phil Boswell stairway up to the second level, or the second level of the tower at least. Yeah, that might actually be ideal. Oh, right, he's still in there. Maybe we'll fill in those towers too. We'll just get that done. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Hope you all have a good week. And as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.